Welcome to The Gloves Are Off. Anthony Deary versus Alfie Pearse, two of the best lightweights in Muay Thai. We have Anthony, an ISKA world champion, WBC international and national champion. Alfie Pearse himself, the ISKA international champion, and ranked at the famous Rajadamnern Stadium in Bangkok, Thailand. This has been one of the most talked about domestic matchups in history. Powered by Fight Division, to The Gloves Are Off, Masda Fight Night, road to Rajadamnern. We're here with Fight Division and Masda Fight Night, road to Rajadamnern, UK. We've got the two best lightweights in the country, possibly in the world, with Alfie Pearse and Anthony Deary. Welcome. How does it feel after making this fight? How does it feel finally sitting across the table from him, knowing we're going to be fighting in a few weeks?
I don't know. It's a good question. I'm like, I'd like to say professional, but like I'm not an angry guy or a funny guy, you know. And I feel like Anthony's quite similar like that. From what I know, he's very respectful, and I don't think there'll be like masses of trash talk, you know, and things like that, because we both know what we're doing. We've had enough fights each to not have to do that. Like I was saying to Lucy before, the fight has built itself up itself. Absolutely, you know. Yeah. We don't need to sell it because it's the best fight for a long time. It makes sense. Most active around that weight, most successful around that weight. And we're professional, you know. We've both decided to give people the fight they want to see.
Absolutely. And saying that, you know, to you, if you look at some of the comments that have come back since the fight's been made,
yeah,
you know, one of the most standout comments for me was it's been the best domestic fight made since Harrison versus Charlie Peters, and obviously there was a big build up to that. There was a lot of talk on that. How do you feel when you get compared to fights like that?
Good, not bad.
Yeah. Liam's obviously Liam and Charlie, that was a big fight many years ago now, and when you think about fights like that, and now we've got another big domestic fight, and we're getting people comparing it to that. We're getting people to have the best domestic fight they've seen, and you know, bear in mind that there are other domestic fights coming up, but this is the one everyone's talking about, so it must make you feel good, yeah?
Yeah, it makes you feel good, like, yeah, it does.
Yeah. And how's training going then so far for you? Obviously, since you've been back in the UK.
My first proper camp with Andy, you know, for a long time, being back home, being back in the cold, but I mean, it's the same as it always is, hard, preparing well, you know, as we always do, and just it's nice and refreshing, you know, because I'm back here, I'm back around my family and stuff. Gives me a good boost, but yeah.
Was that part of the incentive to stay?
Yeah, I mean, there was a few things that gone into it. Obviously, fair play to you, you made it happen. I mean, the fight itself, everything, you know, everything like that we spoke about and have gone into it. It makes sense, and yeah, it's nice to have stuck around for a bit longer, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, but to answer your question, it is nice to be back training at home at the gym.
Yeah, that's good. And how's training going for you, Ant?
Hard, like, not gonna lie.
Well, you're training, I know you spend a lot of time with the number one in the division, which was Jacob Smith.
Yeah.
He has a lot to do with your coaching, and obviously train a lot with your dad over at Kiet. So, like, I mean, we spoke about your training regime. Like, I was talking to you about those early hour training, like 1, 2 in the morning. That's what makes you do that. What makes you get up and do that?
It's been like that since I was like what? Just as long as I can remember, to be honest.
Those early ones.
Yeah.
It gives you. Do you feel like it gives you that sort of mental advantage getting up when people aren't?
Yeah.
I was saying, we were talking about you do these like long runs, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Not many people get out of bed and do that.
Yeah, it's what I'm up till though, so may as well.
So you're not getting, you're just staying up running late.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the training like in the gym? Hitting pads with your dad most days and training with the lads?
Yeah.
Going well?
Yeah, good.
Okay. So, talking about last year in particular, you both had very successful years. You were very active. If we look at your last fight, I think was the Fairtex Fight League in December.
Yeah.
And that was a TKO victory. But the ones I really wanted to talk about was the RWS fights as well. In particular with obviously with Adam Noy, which was the last one. How did you find dealing with that sort of style, and how would you compare it to what's coming up?
I mean, I knew it was going to be a hard fight. He's very experienced, you know, especially on RWS. He's fought some really good guys on there. He was very strong. He'd obviously watched my previous fight and done things that John did against me and used that quite well in the first round. And then the second round, it was very close still. Like the first round, he just smashed me up basically. I'm not gonna lie, like just punched me up, was throwing me about a bit, you know. Won the round very easily. The second round was more tit for tat. I think where I kind of wobbled him a bit was what nicked the round for me, and then there was the last
elbow,
round,
the right elbow, yeah.
The last round, which was the judgment round. I mean, it was a very close fight. It was what the judges, obviously on the night, what they wanted to see. I was confident, he was confident. I think both of us would have been annoyed if, however the decision went. But it sets up a interesting matchup in the future, you know, if it comes. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he's got the exact same style as Anthony. I think it's different, you know.
How do you see Anthony's style? So what do you think of Anthony's style? How do you plan to deal?
I think he's very good technically. Very good shot selection, you know. Fast hands, fast kicks. Obviously big, strong. All the things that I want to be fighting someone like, you know, someone good. I don't want to fight no one who's rubbish. Yeah. So it's a good clash of styles, you know.
That's the big talking point is the clash of styles, and there's a lot of people obviously saying there's the Muay Thai style versus the Muay Thai style, and you know the technicalities of what Anthony brings. A lot of people think maybe you haven't faced anyone like Anthony, and vice versa. Many people think Anthony hasn't faced anyone like you. So how are you feeling about the prospect of that sort of pressure style coming?
I don't think I've ever fought someone who's like marched people down. Like I watched my last opponent and he half done the same, but he was a bit smaller than Alfie, a bit smaller than me as well. But I think he tried to do it a little bit in the last fight. But
you tend to deal with the pressure quite well. You're one of the most calmest fighters I've ever seen. To be honest, when you put under that pressure and when you fight well on the back foot. So do you think the pressure from Alfie will be different to anyone else you fought before? Yeah,
definitely. 1,000,000% it'll be different, but I always get round. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never clinched in a fight ever. Like, I haven't had to clinch, you know what I mean? But be good.
How do you feel about going into the clinch?
Sad, like, no one's ever seen me clinch. Like, I'm decent in the clinch, not bad, but yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? Like, he's taller, it's better than clinching them little small ones where they just swing for you. It's better to clinch someone your own size, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So be a bit better.
Yeah. It's I mean, obviously, I've seen you clinch. Do you know what I mean? And I've seen you clinch many times in training and stuff. And obviously, everyone's seen Alfie clinch. That's your style. So I'm excited at the prospect of seeing how you both deal with each other. Obviously, you had a very busy 2023 as well. Very successful. You started off with a British title win against Joe Turner. You went on to win the international title against Finn. You had another couple of fights, and then obviously you went on and won a world title and finished the year on the up. You know, you're the reigning lightweight world champion. Anthony's actually Alfie's the international champion. There was a lot of people talking about, you know, why isn't the belt on the line, and we've decided to obviously make the fight at 63. I think this fight doesn't need anything, any belts, any gimmicks, anything. It's 63 kilo. I think we're going to see the best of both here, to be honest, and I'm excited. I think you can both concentrate on what you do best, which is fighting, not worry about the weight too much. In terms of making the weight, I think you'll both do that, no problem. Obviously, you both normally made 61 comfortably. So, how are you feeling about coming back onto Masda Fight Night, especially with us being now having that link with Road to Rajadamnern, and you've had many fights at Raja?
Yes, it's exciting. I always like coming up to Liverpool. You know, I like Liverpool. I've had one of the biggest wins of my career on Masda.
Fully,
you know, and obviously fought on there twice now, and it's exciting. You know, it's going to be my only fight in the UK this year. So what better way to start it? You know, like I've done. Well, I've ended it on your show and started it last year. True. I ended it the first year, and then started it last year.
You're both no strangers to the fight night. You've both fought on Masda Fight Night now many times, and I love promoting both of you. You know, you're both great to work with. I just think this fight's got a little something different about it. This is. I've never seen anyone in anyone talking about a fight as I say. There's many domestic fights that you can make, but no one's speaking about any other fight more than they are with this one, and I'm excited to obviously make it happen. So, what's the plans over the next few weeks, then, Ant?
Train, obviously.
When you're training, where do you, obviously, you know, you do you, I know what you like, you focus on you and what you do best, but where do you see any weaknesses in Alfie's game?
Not really, I haven't watched too much of him, to be honest. No. I know he's good in the clinch and that. Never seen him, like, score, do you know what I mean? Like, never seen a fight where he's just picked someone off, kick, obviously.
Yeah.
But, his clinch is strong. That's all I can say, to be honest.
Yeah. And same sort of question to you, Alf. I mean, do you see any holes in Anthony's game that you're looking to exploit? Is there any weaknesses you feel you can work on?
No, not really. Just gonna come and try my best to put on a good show, you know, for the people that are coming. That's always very important to me. I want to make sure people are getting their money's worth, and I think this won't disappoint. You know, it's going to be. The thing I actually like about Anthony is I think he'll pick his shots well and move, but I don't think he'll be there to run away and beat me on points. You know, like people have done that I fought, which is going to make it very exciting because it's hard sometimes for it to be a really intense fight when someone's like doing that. But with this one, I think it's going to be tasty. Yeah,
me too. On fight night, you're going to have a lot of people coming up from London.
Yeah, hopefully.
Is it Hertfordshire?
Yeah.
Hertford, yeah. Have a lot of people coming up. Going to be bringing a big crowd up. Being your only fight in England this year, are you expecting a big crowd to come up and cheer you on?
I hope so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I want to bring as many as I can. It's quite a long journey for the people from my town and stuff, but I'd like to take as many as I can, and hopefully there's a lot of neutrals that will come and just for the show, you know. That'd be
We've had quite a lot of neutrals inquiring about it, which is good, and obviously that's down to.
Hopefully it's filled out, you know. Makes it always better when it's a busy venue.
And how do you feel about coming into the Lions then, so to speak? Because I've never seen anyone sell out the Liverpool crowds quite like. Well, it's only really Anthony and Joe Ryan who have seen sell out Liverpool crowds, and I know Anthony's crowd is it's lively. So does that create a daunting effect for you, or is something you've been?
I mean, not really. It's all going to sound the same when we're in there anyway. To be fair, kind of bits of blurs and stuff when you're actually fighting, innit? And I mean, as long as it's busy and people are happy, then that's it. You know, I'm just coming to do my job and put on a good show for everyone, his fans and mine. You know, so yeah.
And do you feel that pressure? Because you're obviously a big ticket seller. You know, a lot of people come to watch you. Very well liked across the city. Got a big fan base in this city. Do you feel that pressure when you fight, or?
No, not really. No, it's all what he said. It all sounds the same in there. You can't really hear anyone outside the ring when you fight, to be honest. Well, that's what I think anyway. Yeah. Like, yeah, just blank everyone out. Doesn't really matter whether anyone's there or there's millions. Doesn't really bother me.
Yeah. So, obviously you're both coming to win. There's no point in me asking what idea you think the result's going to be, but like in terms of how do you see the fight going? Like in your mind, what's your vision of how do you see this fight going?
Don't really know, to be honest, until we get in there. That's what else I can say. I think it's going to be a war, proper war. And I love wars, to be honest. I've never really had a proper war, but I'd like to have one, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've just seen your face change and get all like, you're keen to have one, yeah. So you're ready for that. And obviously, what about yourself, Alfie? Like, you know, everyone talks about your style, and you know, and we were talking on the phone the other day. How some people have different nicknames for you in terms of how you just keep coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is obviously that's what everyone's come to expect. Can we come to expect anything different, or have you got any different sorts of plans? I mean, again, I know you're coming to win. That otherwise you wouldn't be here. But no. How do you see the fight going?
Well, I haven't got like a specific game plan, you know. I don't really ever do that when I fight. I mean, it's not a massive secret what my style is, what I'm gonna do. It's hard to say, you know. I think the first few rounds, I think I'll get clipped quite a bit. Like I said before, he's got very good shot selection, you know. And I think he will be able to pick his shots well when I'm sort of easing into it. But then I think I will start being able to close it down and get it where I want the fight to be, and we'll see what happens from there.
Okay. I've enjoyed having you both on. Say Fight Division, roll to Rajadamnern with Masda Fight Night. It's a pleasure. We've got a massive fight coming up. You two, main event, big show. And I'm really excited about the fight, so thank you both for coming.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you very much. And we can get a handshake across the table as well. Fine, well done, lads, brilliant.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Yeah, I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra.